and welcome to this session on Task 2 of joining straight line to an arc. Let us begin with the session.
Let us look at the objectives of this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to mark lines on metallic surfaces with marking block, mark lines with scriber, mark angles with bevel protractor, bisect the angles with divider, draw circles, arcs and tangents with divider and scriber, register the profile with dot punch. Let us learn the procedure for joining straight line to an arc, task 2. The tools required for this exercise are steel rule, tri-square, hacksaw frame with blade, divider, vernier caliper, marking media, different grades and sizes of files, surface table, angle plate, vernier height gauge, dot punch and center punch, ball peen hammer, anvil, bevel protractor, scriber. Check the sheet metal for its size using steel rule. File all the faces using bastard file to remove burrs. Ensure parallelism and perpendicularity using a tri-square. Apply marking media cellulose lacquer on face A. Mark to size of 75 mm by 135 mm as per the drawing using vernier height gauge on a surface table with the help of an angle plate. Hacksaw the excess material. File and finish to the respective sizes using bastard and smooth files. Ensure parallelism and perpendicularity using a tri-square. Check the dimensions using vernier caliper. Clean the surface table with oil. Clean the angle plate, vernier height gauge, bevel protractor and place them on the surface table. Apply marking media on face A. Place the job on marking table and support it with angle plate. Draw lines from face B at a distance of 5 mm, 65 mm, 70 mm, 74 mm and 90 mm using vernier height gauge and an angle plate. Similarly, draw lines from face B at a distance of 104 mm, 107 mm, 117 mm, 120 mm and 130 mm using vernier height gauge and an angle plate. Draw a line from face E at distance of 5 mm, 8 mm, 15 mm, 20 mm using vernier height gauge and an angle plate. Similarly, draw a line from face E at a distance of 23 mm, 32 mm, 40 mm, 70 mm and 75 mm using vernier height gauge and an angle plate. Refer all these points to create the required profile. Draw a line from point A to point B as per the drawing using steel rule and scriber. Draw a line from point A at 10 degrees to the line AB to obtain point C using bevel protractor and scriber. From point D, draw a line at 45 degrees to meet point C using bevel protractor and scriber. From point D, draw a line at 55 degree angle to obtain point E using bevel protractor and scriber. Draw a line from point F to point G using steel rule and scriber. From the circle center H, draw a circle of 13 mm diameter using a divider and a steel rule. From H as a center, draw an arc of 10 mm radius using a divider as per the drawing. From point F, draw a line at 19 degree to the line FG so as to meet the arc tangentially using bevel protractor and scriber. With point I as the center, draw an arc of 15 mm radius so as to meet line ED tangentially using a divider. From point K, draw an arc of 15 mm to obtain point J, which will be the center for the second 15 mm radius arc using a divider. From point J, draw the second 15 mm radius arc so as to cut the previous 15 mm radius arc using a divider. Locate the R25 arc center L at a distance of 12.5 mm above point B and 4 mm to its left. Draw an R25 arc from L so as to tangentially meet the two R15 arcs using divider. Draw an arc of radius 130 mm using a template to connect point G and B using a divider. From point K, draw a line of 25 degree so as to obtain point M using bevel protractor and scriber. From point M, draw a line to connect R10 arc to point N using a divider. Witness mark the profile using dot punch and ball peen hammer on an anvil.
To recap, we have learnt to mark lines on metallic surfaces with marking block, mark lines with scriber, mark angles with bevel protractor, bisect the angles with divider, draw circles, arcs and tangents with divider and scriber. Register the profile with dot punch. So that's all about joining straight line to an arc, task 2. Hope you have understood all the concepts and exercises. See you in the next session.